Wave Mile.
10 most stupid thieves in the world. Today we will tell you about most absent-minded, stupid and forgetful criminals in the world. Let's get it up. Number 1. Spectacular fall. Here we have probably the most ridiculous crime in history. It all started like an ordinary burglary. A guy and a girl entered into the grocery store, which looks like a mini market at a gas station. Well, the girl was waiting at the entrance. Her companion paid for a purchase 1 can's Pepsi. He used a stolen card and his behavior caused suspicion on store owners. They probably called the police and the officers arrived quickly and soon it was police who was trying to subdue the guy. The girl ran away to the eatery room and climbed higher somewhere right above the ceiling of the store. Well, then, you can see what happened, a lot of commotion for a single can and soda. Number 2. A smart owner. The owner of this store was tired to break in and found even more creative solutions to his problems. He set up a real trap inside, just like in the video game. It is a real more potential burglar's hands up immediately after he gets into the store. There are 3 doors inside, but not one of them can be broken, including the one that just lie right behind the thief. Too bad the surveillance cameras do not record sounds, otherwise you can feel the panic of the criminal by simply looking at the image. Judging on the time of the camera, he had to spend an entire hour in the room before the police arrived. Well, he is desperately trying to find out at least some sort of escape. Well, he got what he deserved. Number 3. Thief Trap. Watch and learn. Business owners and entrepreneurs. Burns from Mac over Canada has suffered a lot during a time of his owners of a telephone repair service. At the end, she decides to put into a series of robberies once and for all. First, the employees began to take away all the valuable goods from the store for the night, and second, he then decides to set interesting trap right of the entrance. The hero of this video got right into it. He managed to enter the shop, but it went down away from there. Realizing that there was nothing to steal there, the guy decided to quickly disappear, but he couldn't break through the gate, even the front or emergency exit, so he struggled with it until the police arrived. Number 4. Tricky Brick. Today, template glass is no longer such a rare and expensive material, and it is often used to protect not only cars but also various rooms for break-ins. Apparently the robber did not count of this. He decided to use the most common material to break to the restaurant. A break. While is not difficult to guess what happens next. The massive block bounced right back into the head of the criminal, and as a result he simply fainted, and his failure was captured on camera. Number 5. Recorded from all angles. Perhaps the perfect choice for any thief is a store when there are no surveillance cameras. Although today there probably. Criminals must leave as little evidence as possible. But the heroes of this videos decided they would do it the hard way. It is not entirely clear whether this was an accident or a pre-planned operation, but for some reasons 2 offenders decided to rob a store with stuffed cameras. Yes, you heard right. This store installs camera on way, and of course in such a place it would be stupid not to install a comprehensive surveillance system. The owners did just that. So the robbery was recorded from all possible angles by 17 cameras. You won't see footage in this detail with even on television. Number 6. Gun drop. Usually thieves choose store with a lot of cash in the checkout or with the expensive goods, for example a pharmacy with rare drugs. It is unclear what logic this guy followed, but he clearly did not use the best place for robbery. It was an electronic vaporizers store, and according to the owner he had $100 tops in the checkout cash register, but the hero of this video could not even get to the money. He showed up at the empty store wearing black glass and a cap. He went straight to the cash register, leaving his fingerprints on the glass door, suddenly took the gun out of his pocket and did have to grab on the counter. Well, it's okay. He apparently thought and climbs on and jumps over the counter to get the weapon back, but the edge out store flew had already had of them. In the end the thief simply had to flee to scene of the failed try. Number 7. Darth Vader. The guy from this video decides to be original, and he is more interested to disguise instead of usual mask or balaclava. He shows a sinister mask of a Darth Vader, the legendary character from Star Wars saga. There is only one issue, or rather a few of them. First, he went to the store with the mask in his hands, that is, the camera has already recorded his face. After realizing this, he put the mask on, but not for long. He turned the fellow put on the mask for the wrong way. So he had to remove it again and showed his face to the camera a second time. Number 8. Chainsaw in the pants. Hiding things under clothes is a fairly common practice amongst enormous thieves, but everyone realizes that only a small thing can fit under a t-shirt or a pocket. Well, this guy apparently he didn't notice walking around the construction tool store. He decided to steal a chainsaw. He wanted to avoid detracting unnecessary attention, but he couldn't think of anything better than shuffling right under his clothes. The sharp part of the protective case slid right to the trousers, and the heavy motor disappeared right under his t-shirt. Then the criminal went to the parking mall, got on his bike, which by the way was also stolen. Fortunately, the officer noted his suspicious behavior in time and managed to track the offender round. The police patrol soon arrived to detain the culprit. Number 9. A robber without a mask. What is the most important thing to this guy when he committing a crime? That's right, print your fingers and face. The first can be easily concealed with these special gloves, and to hide your face you can use a mask. Everyone knows that. The culprit from this video it also knew this, but can't a little confused. He entered a store with a gun, looking directly at the camera with his face uncovered. Then he stopped for a second, apparently realizing something was wrong. For several seconds he struggles to put on a mask that does not fit, and only then enthusiastically proceeds to rob the cashier. Maybe the guy thought that the purpose of the mask was only to intimidate the cashier. Number 10. Police bike. It's 2020 and people are trying to abandon cars in favor of environmentally friendly transport. In any large city with favorable climate conditions, you can find hundreds of bicycles in the past. However, for some reasons this beef for the American city of Gladstone, Oregon chose the worst possible place to steal a bike. The entrance to the local police station. We think already know what happened next. Almost immediately a local officer left the building and, struck by such opacity, arrest the offender on the spot. Perhaps the thief felt that law enforcement officer will be too busy to notice him, but he did not think about one thing, that in any decent police station there are cameras at the entrance. Thanks to them the robber was spotted.